Fleeing the wars that devastated their home planet of Cybertron, most of the Autobots made Earth their temporary home. Under the leadership of the powerful robot Optimus Prime, the heroic Autobots battled fearlessly against the assaults of the evil Decepticons, protecting their new human friends. Now it is the year 2006, and the Autobots have reclaimed the planet of their origin, Cybertron, to establish a new golden age. In migrating from Earth, they have been reunited with companions from other regions of the galaxy, including Skylynx, the gigantic space shuttle, Blur,
There, I've turned off the glue so we can walk.
the fastest car on wheels, Cup, the flinty old warrior, Wheelie, who always offers advice in rhymes, Springer, the mighty helicopter, Arcee, a forceful female Autobot, and Wreck-Gar, the leader of a tribe of Autobots that dwells on the planet Junkion. The Autobots have a new leader, Rodimus Prime, who inherited from Optimus Prime the Autobot matrix of leadership. As a receptacle of the wisdom of Autobot leaders for the past millions of years, the matrix helps Rodimus guide the Autobots in their darkest hours as they fight to end the tyranny of the evil Decepticons. The Decepticons are a malevolent race of robot warriors. Brutal and merciless, the Decepticons are driven by a single, undeviating goal: total domination of the universe. In the war that raged between the Decepticons and Autobots for millions of years, their home planet of Cybertron was drained of its once rich sources of energy. In hopes of finding new reserves for making Energon their basic fuel, the Decepticons followed the Autobots to Earth.
Huh? What is it?
Laserbeak, prepare for flight. Operation Destruction.
It's firing at us!
Under the leadership of the ruthless Megatron, they continued their efforts to destroy the remaining Autobot forces. They attacked throughout the Earth and in space, using their underwater Decepticon headquarters as their staging base and bunker. But by the year 2000, the Decepticons had proven to be the losers of the last great war. In an attempt to bolster the Decepticons' strength, the evil planet-gobbling world Unicron reformed Megatron into a new robot named Galvatron to lead the Decepticons in a new era. Now, in 2006, the Decepticons have retreated to a burned-out hulk of a planet called Char, a world of ash and ruin. Galvatron and his Decepticon lieutenants, the sleek and awesome Cyclonus, and the mighty Scourge, the master of the dreaded sweeps, strike fear throughout the universe. Their ultimate goal, to reconquer Cybertron and destroy the Autobots. The Quintessons are sinister robotic creatures with 5-sided heads, each side with a different face, including the face of death. These tentacled beings who travel on beams of energy are cruel and emotionless, and the creators of all the Transformers on Cybertron millions of years ago. The Quintessons never intended their intelligent machines to develop emotions. But to their horror, the Transformers rose up against their masters and drove them away from Cybertron. The Quintessons retreated to a planet they named Quintessa, where they lived a stark and barren existence with their Sharkticon guards. Sinister and vicious, lacking any individualistic intelligence, the Sharkticons usually serve as executioners for their Quintesson masters, who toss condemned victims into the Sharkticon pit.
What is that?
The Quintessons finally decided to blow up their planet, Quintessa,
I shall miss Quintessa.
to try to prevent Autobot captives and invaders from escaping. Their plot to destroy the Autobots' fate. And now, without a world of their own, they roam the universe with their Sharkticons, making victims of whatever luckless beings cross their path. Their goal is to regain control of Cybertron and eradicate all Autobots and Decepticons. Yet, so manipulative and cunning are they that they even trick the Decepticons into helping them achieve their aim.
Very soon now, Cybertron will be ours!
From the secret files of Teletran 2. Ultra Magnus is the most mature spokesman for the Autobot cause. As a soldier, he is always practical and serious.
Move out, but be careful.
And he is so loved by his fellow Autobots that Wheelie and Daniel traveled millions of miles to the Autobot Records asteroid just so they could find out Ultra Magnus's birthday. In his vehicle mode, Ultra Magnus is an armored transport truck, a machine with magnificent fighting skills. His enemies, the Decepticons, respect his courage. But most of all, they fear Ultra Magnus's spirit of self-sacrifice.
Wheelie!
He always thinks first of the welfare of his fellow Autobots and his mission.
Forget about me. The shuttle has priority. The peace conference depends on it.
Ultra Magnus. Like the untamed forces of nature, the Predacons are ferocious animal robots who lash out with fury. Swift, savage, and always relying on animal instinct, the Predacons explode into action. There's Dive Bomb, the eagle who can spot a target from a mile up in the sky. Rampage, the tiger who can leap 500 feet. Headstrong, the rhino whose horn can puncture 8 feet of solid rock. Tantrum, the buffalo who loves to use brute force. And there's the Predacon commander, Razor Claw, whose claws can rip through steel. Together, they combine into a hair-trigger horror, the giant robot Predaking.
Predacons merge to become Predaking!
As a warrior, Predaking has no equal. As a weapon, he has no known weaknesses. He can lift 500 tons without even straining a circuit. With the help of the Predacons, no planet is too wild or untamed for the Decepticons to conquer. The Autobots are forced to find new defenses against the mechanical menace, Predaking. From the secret files of Teletran 2. In the days of Megatron, Decepticons developed the art of espionage using cassette technology. Their first cassette, Laserbeak, could fly undetected into any Autobot stronghold, record information, and then return to base. Then the Decepticons decided to increase their spying abilities with Rat-Bat. As a bat, Rat-Bat can hide in crevices that Laserbeak can't reach, and he's especially effective in tunnels, caves, or in the darkness of space. Rat-Bat reports on the Autobots' most carefully guarded secrets. The Autobots had no choice but to strike back at these Decepticon techniques of stealth, building a force of cassette transformers of their own, with Blaster as their guardian. They constructed Ramhorn, the rhino, who can use animalistic force if cornered, and Steeljaw, the lion, who can crawl through the foliage of any alien world to sneak up on Decepticons. They also bolstered their cassette force with Rewind and Eject, who can transform to robot mode and use more conventional fighting force techniques. The volcano headquarters for the Autobots on Earth was destroyed in a Decepticon attack. Now, in the year 2006, Autobot City has become the new Autobot Earth base. Autobot City is also a transformer known as Metroplex, with the capacity to transform from city mode to a battle station or to a giant robot. Metroplex is the Autobots' last line of defense, the robot they depend upon when all other options fail.
Metroplex is my kind of town!
When Metroplex transforms to a robot, some of his modular components form smaller, separate robots. Six Gun, the ideal defensive battle scout, Slammer, the tank, and Scamper, the tough little car that berths in Metroplex's city ramp. To counter the power of Metroplex on Earth, the Decepticons have built Decepticon City, known as Trypticon. The city can transform to battle station mode, becoming a mobile menace with X-ray lasers and twin photon cannons. Trypticon also has a dinosaur mode, an immense walking reptilian form that crushes anything in its path. Metroplex and Trypticon are each other's deadliest enemies. Whenever they approach one another, they lock in battle and engage in incredible combat. And the victor in their epic struggles may someday turn the tide of battle in favor of either the Decepticons or the Autobots. Which will it be?